Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and most of my content is about reselling and vintage items. And sometimes I throw like a little video in the mix about organising. As a reseller, I like to be able to list on my kitchen table. So when I have my kitchen table all cleaned, it's great to list because it's quite a big kitchen table, which I'm obviously sitting at the moment and filming from. So it has multi-function as well, dual purpose, everything. So therefore, I like a clutter-free kitchen myself. So I'm just going to really go over a bit of a routine of what I do as a reseller. And also, I'm going to be tidying my kitchen cupboards and organising them with you. As a reseller, I do like to be organised. You know, it's just nice as well to take a break. So you do your listings, you know, you do your photographs, them obviously on whichever platform you're doing at the time, whether that be eBay, Vinted, Etsy. Yeah, so it's just nice to take those breaks through the day. And I just love the fact that there's a place for everything in the house. Now, I do have my own little room at the moment, but that could all change. So I need to try this year to work out places in my house where to fit things. So I'll be doing videos sort of, you know, through the year, you know, doing things like that. You know, and also I just love to go into my cupboards after I've listed, and because I'm a northerner, tea is the law, it's a must. I just try to simplify things, focus on the tasks, you know, for the day. And I always focus on the tasks for the day by a nice cup of tea. That's just me. You know, get up 6 a.m. now, go to the gym, trying to lose weight, going to the gym. So come back, take the dog for a walk, and then usually I'd grab a Costa. I love the Costas, the lattes, I'm absolutely in love with them. So, and also I'm very lucky that Costa's only over the road from me. So just go there, take the dog for a walk, go to the harbour. Lovely little harbour in Littlehampton. So go by the harbour, take in the beautiful sea air, and then come back and start listing for the day. Or start doing some videos, or, you know, just do something. And the way for me to do that is to be able to be organised. You know, that's just me. So in my cupboards, as you can see, at the moment, it's a bit of a mishmash, modge podge, whatever you want to call it, disarray. So I'm going to be tidying out this cupboard. This one doesn't need much doing to it, but I'll still sort of like probably give it a wipe out. And yeah, because I've obviously got my bread baskets for my brown and my white, and then I've just got a couple of those boxes up there, and I just put cakes in there. This one is the biggest tackle, I think. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing this one as well. And last but not least, this one as well is going to be done. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be filming today, just to show you kind of like how easy it is to, you know, be able to organise your cupboards a bit. And as a reseller, I think that's important myself, because then I can get on with the tasks in hand. Yeah, so you've just seen me show you my cupboards, and I'm going to be doing the cupboards today. Now, I've got some stuff as well, obviously, because what I'm going to do first is take everything out of one cupboard. So I know some people go, right, I'm going to clean all my kitchen cupboards, I'm going to get everything out on the surfaces, we're going to have a whale of a time. And it don't really work like that, does it? So it's small goals. So for instance, just do the one cupboard tackle that, and then maybe, you know, the next day do your listings, and then maybe the next week come back and tackle maybe another cupboard. It just, if you do it in bite-size chunks rather than the whole of it, it'll be a lot easier to manage. Now, you know, I might be teaching grandma to suck eggs here, you know, but for me personally, as a reseller, I have to have a routine. So I'm just going through my routine and obviously showing you, because my cupboards haven't been done for about 6 months. So rule of thumb is usually 6 months. You just purge everything, you know, just go in there and just see what you don't need. And then anything that is really good, I will pay forward. So literally I will pass it on. Charity shop, refuge, maybe social services. Somebody can use it. Somebody can always use something. You know, if it's multifunctional, whether it be a can opener, whether it be a pizza cutter, you know, whether it be cutlery. You know, people can always use it, and there are people out there, and at the moment, obviously with the way the state of the country is at the moment, you know, people are sort of like not feeding their children because they can't afford it. The gas is completely, you know, through the roof at the moment, and the electric. So it's just little bits like that I feel, you know, we can pay forward to different areas and help people. I was watching actually this morning Lindsay and Alvin, dumpster divers. They're absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what they actually take out of those bins behind the stores is crazy, but it's so good because they're going to be giving back. And I saw one today, and they were, I think it was outside one of the shops, and the stuff that they threw out, I thought, you know, I was led to believe that it goes to food banks and charities, but it can't do, not a lot of it. That's just me getting on my soapbox about things, but yeah, but you know, I just think that at the end of the day, you know, if you can pay it forward, somebody else is going to use it, then do it. So today I am going to be using, so I picked up some of these. So the Habitat, I actually got them in Sainsbury's, and they were half price after Christmas. So I took all the ones in Littlehampton, Sainsbury's, and then I went to the one in Russington, which is a lot bigger, and purged them off there as well and took some off there. So I've got quite a few. Now, they are brilliant because they literally come off just like that. And you just pull it off. So it's like got a vacuum seal, and then you just push it back on again. So they're great. I've got this basket here and this basket here. So, and we've got quite a few of these. So I've got quite a lot of these actually, and I can turn you around actually now and show you how many I've got. So as you can see, I've got quite a few. Label maker, so I tend to use that quite a lot for anything really. I, you know, label my everything, from sellotape to, you know, packaging to the bags, anything I'll label. So yeah, so without further ado, we'll get on with it. Show you what I'm going to do. Right, as you can see, I've got all my stuff out now. You think, well, there's not a lot there really, is there, Amanda? But check the dates, check they're all still in date. Yeah, and then just reorganise them. This is actually cat food. I keep that because the cat always comes on here every single morning, and it's much easier for me to just grab it out of the cupboard. So that's why that's there. But as you can see, yeah, all my stuff. Right, so as you can see, I have just actually taken everything out of this cupboard and given it a good clean. when you're doing your cupboards, you always need to do like a good clean. It makes it just refresh them. As you can see as well, I can actually level my cupboards as well, different heights if I want to put stuff in. But I think I'm quite happy with how they're looking at the moment. So as you can see, I've got this one here, and it is October 22, so that needs to go. This one's June the 23rd. Now, I don't tend to use this, so I'll pay it forward and give it to one of my friends who I know always does lovely roasts all the time. At the moment, I don't seem to have any time to do anything. I'll put these to the food bank. My girls don't really eat these, to be honest with you, and I don't even know why we got them. I think we got them for last year for like a barbecue or something. So, and it says 1838 2 3, so I'll give those to the food bank as well. The sauce mixes are always handy, so I always get sauce mixes. And we have got a cheese mix which is I'm sure it's going to be out of date. Yeah, it's out of date. I always check things that are out of date. This is 2023, so baking soda is okay, and baking powder is okay as well. Now these ones, I don't know how long they've been in there for. Unfortunately, I wouldn't give them to a food bank. I'm just going to obviously, unfortunately, have to check those ones. So they're going to go in the bin, obviously recycling. And then we have the herbs and these chili mill. I think as well, this has gone out of date as well. These go out of date, these things, unfortunately. We have the Oxos. Now I only bought those a few weeks ago, so I know that they're okay. And then we've got little toothpicks, because we all need toothpicks. And then I'll have to clean, obviously it's in there and it needs cleaning. I always have like a tub whenever I'm doing anything to actually like get organised. So don't get that. So I think I picked up this tub, I think I picked it up last year. It would have been in one of the shops, whether it's B&M, whether it was Home Bargains, I can't quite remember. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all this food that I'm going to take to the food bank in here and everything else. So it's now in there. So I'm just going to put that over here. It's always good to have something to put everything in that you're going to either take to the charity shop or, you know, take to the food bank or wherever. So you're always better to have something so it's all there. You can just pop it in a bag afterwards, transfer it. I always find it easy to do it that way. Right, so as you can see, I'm going to turn you around now in a minute. I have just done my first cupboard and I'm going to put some labels on them. So yeah, I love doing my labelling. As you can see there, so they're all done and I've obviously got everything in for the food bank and had to throw the things away that are out of date. So yes, that's just left. That's my sauces up there. Then obviously he's got the cat food here, and I keep the cat food in there for the reason that he's always on the table every morning here, wanting to be fed. Obviously we've got the condiments there, so yeah. Right, so now I have my trusty label maker, and I'm just going to put in sauces. Now you can make them bigger, you can give them a little bit of a border if you want them large or you want them medium. You can see that, medium, or you can have them small. But I always have large. You can have different fonts as well. So there's different fonts you can have. But I tend to just stick to just the normal ones. I'll print it and see if it looks all right. We'll see how it looks. So you just press that button there for a copy. And it comes out. And as you can see, it'll be upside down on this thing, but sauces. I put sauces up there, so I know all the sauces are there. So now you can see we've got condiments there, cat food, and sauces. So that's the first cupboard done. Now to tackle this cupboard. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult. But I don't need all these glasses. These were a set of 4 and unfortunately they broke. So I'm not going to be keeping sets of 2. Even though they're very pretty, and I'm sure someone will buy them in a charity shop straight away because they are like, they've got like diamantes around them. But unfortunately my daughter broke the other 2. So even though they look lovely, aesthetically pleasing to the eye, I cannot keep them because there's only 2 of them. I just have to have 4 of everything. So yeah, so we'll carry on. Right, so as you can see, I've now put the 4 glasses, everything's up here. I do need to purchase some more plates. Unfortunately, they got broken. So I'm probably going to purchase next week a white crockery set. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So as you can see, I've now labelled everything. So we've got the china up there, large bowls, extra large plates, and small plates, glasses, and a teapot. So as you can see here as well, we've got cakes, brown bread and white bread. I label everything just because I feel it aesthetically pleasing to myself. And yeah, I mean, these baskets I got in, I think it must have been Home Bargains last year, and they're just perfect for the bread. So keep the bread, the white bread and the brown bread, and obviously cakes in there when we have some, but I've got nothing at the moment because I'm trying to lose weight. That's my excuse. But as you can see, it's just easy. And obviously, and you see it all here as well, it's all labelled. And obviously I don't label the cupboards or anything on the no, because that would be strange. But I always leave the best till last. So I'm going to tackle this now. So yeah. Right, so as you can see, my place is not always that tidy. So we've got to sort all this out and put it back in that cupboard, which I've just literally cleaned out. Right, so just finishing off the cupboards, but I thought I'd just come and tell you something that obviously I showed you before about having these little things. So this is the medication that I take. Yeah, there's a lot of it, but it's not as grim as it looks. It's only a couple of tablets a night, but they always give me loads. So obviously I know my dosages anyway. So I always take them out of boxes and put them in like little things like this, and then just like label it. So this is a vacuum one anyway, so you push it down and it seals it. And then we've also got these labels here. Now there is a medicine one, which is good. So I just literally take it off and pop it on. Now I'll always look for which is the best way to do it. So because that bit's showing me there, the little lip, I'm going to put it on the lip. And to get them straight, you can use a spirit level, but I tend to try, because it's square, it shouldn't be that difficult to get. I think that's pretty straight. So yeah, so there's the medicine. So there you see the medicine one. So that's the medicine one done, and then there are other things that you can do, which I'm going to show you. So another thing I've used is a little, and literally I took the lid off this. There used to be a lid on this, so I've taken the lid off. It's plastic, and they just literally just fit in my sauces. So those sauces will go up with the other sauces. They should fit side by side, so they're going to go up there. So that means I'll get those out of that cupboard, which again is always a plus. Right, so now you can actually see that cupboard looks a little bit better. This cupboard looks better. This one. And then I went over this one and did that one there as well. And also that one as well. So it's a few hours later now, and I have done all of my cupboards. So I'm feeling cleansed. We have all this stuff here. You see this? Donate. Yeah, there's some stuff in there as well for the food bank bit, so I'm going to give that in on Monday. I'm just going to go through what I just did. So obviously I removed everything from the cabinets, but one at a time, so I didn't overface myself by moving, like getting everything out of the cabinets. So I know I had time, because I was doing this video, to do my section, which obviously is the section that I use a lot in the kitchen anyway. So I did this cupboard here and those cupboards there and the ones down, but I didn't film all of them because they're taking too long, but I have done all of them, labelled them all because I like labelling and I like organising as well as reselling. So yeah, so that's what I did today. I mean, it's completely up to you, but I'm just filming this, you know, from a reseller's point of view, because I do feel that sometimes we can get a bit overwhelmed with stuff, because obviously we deal with stuff being resellers, obviously selling it, but we also have to store it as well. And I used to have a storage unit, but I paid a lot of money for it. So I moved it into the house here, into a small room upstairs. But again, it's just, it seems to creep up on you, because even if you've got like 20 or 30 or 1,000 or 10,000 items on eBay, as resellers, we buy more stuff. So that's why I'm trying to keep down to my £50 challenge at the moment, which I feel is going pretty well. So I just like literally go and buy stuff and then list it on eBay. And I'm giving it sort of like about 2 to 3 weeks afterwards. So I know that doesn't sound a lot, but if it doesn't sell between then I'll take it off and I'll put it on Vinted. And if it doesn't sell on Vinted, I'll then just redonate it. So that's my method at the moment, because I think to myself, well, if I can't sell it on eBay, I'll try it on Vinted. Yes, I might get a little less for it, but at least it's gone. Because I do hate donating things back, but then thinking that they're going to end up in landfill. So I'm always trying to like pay it forward. I think that's the best way. So I took everything out of the cupboard. As I said, I did achievable goals. So I didn't do like big goals that I knew I wasn't going to achieve today. For instance, just taking everything out, every single cupboard, leaving it on the floor, and then halfway through going, oh, I can't be bothered with this. So I just literally just put it all back. You know, because a lot of people get overwhelmed with stuff. I got rid of everything I wasn't using, paid a lot of it forward, as I said, just showing you that. So there's been things in there that people can use. The rule of thumb for me as well is if I haven't used it in 6 months, just get rid of it because you're not going to use it. And, you know, as I said, either pay it forward or recycle it. Now, obviously my girls, I think I said to you before, are all adults now. This doesn't really apply to me anymore, but for anyone who's watching this video and you have younger children, you might find things like that you forgot over time. For instance, like, you know, a cupcake stand that you used for like a birthday cake for your child's birthday 2 years ago, or, you know, something that you've held on to in your kitchen cupboard just because it's there and, you know, it is a memory. But the thing with memories is you can take a picture of it. That's what I do. I take pictures of things now, so I've always got them on my phone, and I have a little album that I put everything in that is meaningful to me. So even like my cards and everything, because I think, oh, I can't keep all these cards every single year because they just build up and build up and build up. So what I've done is I've created a file where I've taken a picture of all of my cards, and that's like from my mum and dad. So you know, I take a picture of my card from my mum and dad, and my mum always puts nice little sentimental notes in and things like that. So I take the picture of that as well. So that's in my, you know, family cards. So that's the way that I do it, and it just means that I don't have anything like hanging about really, because also in this place, I know you think it's quite big, and it is a big place, but it's got no storage. It's got nowhere to store things. So we've only got a loft, or a garage. So it is quite hard for me to store things. So that's probably why I've always been an organised person, but I think I've become more and more organised as I've got older, because I know that I can't house stuff. So if I ever move from this place, it'll be quite easy for me. You know, a few boxes and I'm gone. Well, not quite, a little bit more than that, but you know what I mean. I won't be sifting through loads and loads of stuff, because moving is the most stressful thing anyway, as it is, isn't it? So cleaned it all out, put it all back, and as I showed you before, I used my label maker, and literally just, you know, did what I needed to do, which I've done all the labels in there. You know, you've got cat food, you've got sauce packets, you know, you've got your condiments, everything is all labelled. You know, your rice, your pasta, cakes, bread. So I've labelled it all now, and as I say, I put it on the just above the shelf, because there's obviously white shelves in there, so it's very handy, and it does stand out, and it's on clear, so I've used the clear one. I did just have a black and white one actually, so it's white with the black writing, and I've got red and I've got green. But with that brother, you can get all different colours if you want. So you could, like, you know, if you like colour coordinating things, for instance, you know, it's like red, yellow, blue and green, primary colours. I've used the green and the red for my folders upstairs for all of my documents that I keep regarding reselling. So yeah, so it's good in a way, because it keeps me uniformed myself, and keeps me organised. And the brother thing, it wasn't that expensive when I bought it. I bought it on Amazon, and I've had my label maker for a long time. I think I made about £35 or £40 for it at the time. I'll need to try and find a link on it again and see if it's even there now. I don't know if one's even there. So I always like to put things like with like. So for instance, in my kitchen cupboard just over there, I've got my cleaning cloths, my cleaning sprays. Then down on the other one, I've got my air fresheners and my wipes. So they're all like for like in one cupboard. So that's how I like to do it. And obviously, you know, I take everything to charity that's, you know, that's going to have a purpose. So I'm also going to, I need more crockery because I've only got 3 plates at the moment. So yes, I'll probably get a set next week, which is just probably a white set. And I always get plain white sets anyway, always have done so. That's what it says. So when it comes to putting things away, as long as everything has a home, and also obviously these were a game changer. These were a game changer. These definitely, they really help and helps me uniform it, and also obviously you can label them quite easily. And also my label maker actual tape is really easy to come off, so if I was to change them, for instance, in like next year or something, they just all peel off again very easily. That's what I like about a label maker as well. Less is best. So even like biscuits that, you know, I figure like in the, you know, I live in the town centre, so I don't need to go out and buy 6 packets of biscuits, because I buy 1 packet of biscuits because I don't need 6 packets of biscuits, because I live in the town centre, so I can just go out and get things. So I tend to not buy loads of stuff in, because like I feel that sometimes for me it just overwhelms me. Also helps me waistline a bit too. Obviously the pasta and rice need bigger containers, which I do have. However, I think the simpler you can do it, the better it'll be for you, or better for me. As resellers, we are very busy every day, and just a few of these actions could really help. So just a few of these little actions for me really helps me not to become overwhelmed. So guys, a little bit of a different video from me. I hope you liked it, I hope you enjoyed it. I think that I will be throwing one in the mix, not all the time, but I feel that sometimes my organising, you know, I do like to share it a bit. So yeah, so if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And just before we do the subscribe, you could subscribe if you'd like to. Give me a notification when I'm uploading again. But also, obviously tomorrow, we've got the lovely Tonks Boutique on, James and Sarah. And they've given me a 5-item challenge. And I've got a mystery item. That's exciting. So yes, so as I say, hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you tomorrow on my live. And I'll see you on my next video, which should be either Wednesday or Thursday, but it'll definitely be soon. Okay, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.